Relationships are hard. They're even harder when you're trying to keep track of what you can and can't say about them. Here are 10 things that you probably tell your friends about your relationship, but maybe shouldn't. Welcome to W&H Secret here on YouTube, where we will give you all the wellness and health tips you need and more. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get the latest wellness and health tips. Our first piece of advice is to protect your money problems from becoming talk among your friends. Money will always be a touchy issue for anyone who doesn't have all the money in the world, and discussing money may send you on an emotional roller coaster. Nobody's business but yours and your partner if both of you are in financial distress due to a number of reasons. One of the main reasons to avoid telling your friends about your financial problems is that you might not get excellent advice, and you will have revealed your secret, which will ultimately become gossip material. You should collaborate to devise a strategy for making it work. If you are in debt, it is good to cut the expenditure and look for jobs that pay better. If the problem is that your spouse got laid off, it is better to support your significant other rather than spilling their secret to your close friends. If your friends push you to tell some forbidden things, it is better to draw a healthy line. Receive advice from a neutral party if you need support figuring things out. You're breaching the faith of your spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend by sharing the knowledge with your peers. Second, we would like to advise you to keep your partner's pasts, like affairs and flings, off topic from your friends. It is finally two of you who must make it work, and it is better to keep judgmental and nosy friends to stay out of it. If you or your partner has cheated, it takes a lot of courage if both of you are still trying to make it work. This is something that only both of you could understand, and someone from your friend circle just raises frowns and question marks that you won't be able to explain. Since you have chosen to stay with your partner instead of calling it off, it is better to stick with it and avoid this discussion altogether with your friends, since it is your call to continue, and you don't have to explain and be validated for your rationale. There's no need to advertise whatever the problem is. Just because you've come to terms with their history doesn't guarantee your peers will be on the same page with you. Allow it to stay there since they've clearly put it behind them. You're breaching their confidence by utilizing it as a discussion starter outside of your relationship. Thirdly, it is best to avoid the things that you haven't shared with your partner. He is careless with money. She doesn't care about the kids. If you have a strong emotion with your partner but haven't discussed the issues with them, it's not open for outside discussion. Don't use your partner's flaws as inspiration for humor among your friends. You are demeaning your partner's image in front of your friends and making them less respectful just for a few minutes of gossip. Communication is key in any relationship, so it is better to resolve the issue by putting your issues with them in a peaceful way and solving them through dialogue. Also, if you complain too much, your friends will give suggestions to dump him or have a divorce, which is often the worst possible way to deal with a problem that could be fixed by communication with your partner. Why give insider access to your partner's issues and weaknesses to your friends? In fourth, we suggest keeping your partner's intimate and private images off limits from your friends. There's no need to reveal to any of your pals if you're sharing any private facts about your relationship, such as nude images or raunchy emails. It is extremely wrong to display your private moments to someone without their consent. This is problematic at its best since you do not respect your partner's privacy. With each message your lover or partner sends, they don't need to mention that it is just for you only each time. Recognize that they're attempting to turn you on rather than becoming a subject of talk in your social group. Maybe you have the intention to flaunt your partner in front of your friends through a picture of her in a bikini or a nude pose on the bed, but you are seriously undermining your partner's respect in front of your friends. No matter how trustworthy they are, displaying their private moments will remain a very big no. Fifth, your sex life should stay inside your home between you two. Being sexually and intimately involved with another person is one of the most emotionally satisfying and exposing acts a person can engage in. The significance of those personal times with your lover is weakened when you share the facts. Nobody should know the frequency of your acts or how it was. Your partner has a right to privacy, and when you don't provide them, and when it eventually comes out that your friends know about your recent sexual encounter, it is very unlikely that you will have their trust back. It is better to avoid the topic of sex altogether in front of your friends, since it may happen that, on impulse, you spill the last night's happenings to your friends. Even if you have the most trustworthy friends, this is a bad idea. The whole issue at its core is about trust, and you don't want to erode it further by lying. In sixth, let's talk about confidentiality. Confidentiality is an essential requirement with your partner. It's a secure environment where individuals may talk openly about their worries and the people around them without having a fear of being overheard and the secret being leaked out. If they discover that whatever they've said has reached the ears of someone who isn't you, your relationship's trust will be shattered. For example, you are mentioning your girlfriend's scoliosis issue to your friends despite knowing that only you know about it and it is something she is insecure about. Maybe you have the intention that it will lead to something off your chest by talking to your friends about it, but you still revealed something your partner is not comfortable talking about. Trust is all you have in a relationship, and once you break it, you will never hear a word of truth from your partner with more lies and a tight-lipped significant other who will be reluctant to tell you any vulnerable stuff. In seventh, we would suggest not talking about your latest fights. You may tell a very one-sided and biased account of the fight, which could make your partner's image get worse. Like a fight might be started by her, but you won't mention how you aggravated it by bringing something out of the closet which impacted your partner deeply, since it was something that could have been kept out of bounds. Immediately telling your friends and bad-mouthing your partner will come to bite you once you have settled your private matter. Once you have spilled about your fights, you would have to keep your friends updated about what is happening between you two and make your fights a daily soap in your meetups. If you are fighting with your partner, resolve it amongst yourselves. It may happen that spilling the beans to your friends could lead the word to get back to your partner, which would lead to the point of no return. In eighth, we would ask you to protect your partner's insecurity. Maybe your partner is insecure about his receding hairline or has an addiction she is still not quite over yet. Don't undermine your relationship's trust by revealing personal details in public. If your partner has revealed a skeleton in his closet, it is better to not make it public despite how shocking it may seem to you. The friends who listen about these insecurities could magnify this insecurity more than they actually are, and it might impact you. If you are someone who is easily influenced by someone's opinion, it is better to not take advice from your friend since you might get tricked into thinking that your boyfriend or girlfriend is not enough. Also, it would be difficult to defend your partners about this once your friends know their insecurity. The ninth suggestion would be to avoid telling your friends about your partner's opinion of them. Is it really necessary that your partner must like your set of friends? Your significant other had a different life with diverse tastes in everything, and it can vary among friends too. It is not needed that even your friends need to like your partner. Your friends are not entitled to know if your spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend likes them, period. Heavens won't fall if your spouse isn't a fan of your peers. They're not their friends, they're yours. Everyone should be respectful towards each other, and telling different parties about their opinion is not a good way to maintain calmness. Once you disclose your partner's dislike for your best friend or your group of friends, you will never be able to defend your partner's actions. Anything they do would not be approved by your friends, and you might be losing your friend's trust, too, once you defend your wife or husband. It is better to just suck up your partner's distaste for your friends and save both the ships. Lastly, don't bitch about your in-laws. After marriage, you are not only bringing two people together, you're also bringing two families together. What transpires between them should not be aired to your group of friends. Revealing your hate for your in-laws is a horrible idea, even if you have the most trustworthy people. At its root, it's a matter of trust, and you don't want to further weaken it by lying. You never know when word is going to get back around to your partner. Also, typically, people are defensive and protective about their parents and family, so airing your hate of your in-laws to your peers is something you should completely avoid. Sure, venting your frustrations can help you feel better in the moment, but ultimately, the criticism you receive from friends will be unique and based on their own experiences. It has nothing to do with you or your circumstances. Therefore, it's best to be circumspect about it. And that's a wrap. Let us know your thoughts in the comments and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos about wellness and health.